Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten to this point.
I have a lot of folks that have come to the defense of numerous WNBA players because they were pointing out, like, this has been going on before long and people are not hating on her. It's not about hating on her. It's that you feel she is getting a level of attention that you deserved and you warranted long before she ever came along.
It started as just another game, but within minutes, it turned into one of the most controversial moments in WNBA history. A superstar exposed, a rivalry reignited, and one of the biggest voices in sports media stepping in to say what nobody else would. When Stephen A. Smith went live, he didn't hold back. And what he said about Angel Reese, it left the entire basketball world stunned.
New season tipped off this weekend with several marquee matchups on the slate. Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comment directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive.
To understand this explosion, you have to go back to the moment everything changed. The matchup fans had been waiting for. Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever, a rivalry fueled by college history, and two of the biggest names in women's basketball, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. But this time things were different. Caitlin Clark? She wasn't even fully active, and yet somehow, she still dominated the headlines. Meanwhile, Angel Reese had the spotlight, the opportunity, the moment to prove everything.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine.
And then it happened. Angel Reese's stat line, 4 points. That's it. 4. In a game where all eyes were on her, she delivered one of the most criticized performances of her career. Yes, she grabbed rebounds. Yes, she stayed active. But offensively, she disappeared. And fans noticed immediately.
Second of it. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
It's not right. Indiana Fever's on a different level than the Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that. Angel Reese can rebound the basketball. She's a damn good player. She's got a bright future in the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is next level.
That's when everything escalated. Because when Stephen A. Smith addressed the situation, he didn't sugarcoat it. This is not a rivalry. He made it clear. There's a level difference. And according to him, Caitlin Clark is operating on a completely different tier.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark. Because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her come uppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated, and that's unfortunate because we got some no good ass people.
This didn't start in the WNBA. It goes back to college. The 2023 NCAA Championship, LSU versus Iowa. That's where Angel Reese became a national figure, taunting Caitlin Clark, celebrating loudly, owning the moment. And from that second forward, a rivalry was born. But here's the truth. That rivalry built her brand.
Now,
It's starting to define her limitations.
this is only women that get this. I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot every time the girl plays a game. She got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not every single game gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful they have been.
With fame comes pressure. And Angel Reese? She became one of the most talked about players in the league. But as expectations rose, so did the criticism. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's influence exploded. TV ratings surged, arenas sold out, media coverage skyrocketed, and suddenly, the comparison became unavoidable.
The Goose comes along, and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She can pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. Lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the #1 overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats.
Then things took a darker turn. Following a physical play between Clark and Reese, allegations surfaced of hate speech from fans. The WNBA responded immediately. The league strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination. An investigation was launched. And suddenly, this wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was bigger. So what's really going on here? Is this about performance or perception? Some argue Angel Reese is being overlooked. Others say she hasn't proven herself at the next level. And when Stephen A. Smith said, "She's not Caitlin Clark," that statement divided the entire sports world. Here's the reality. Angel Reese is still young, still talented, still capable of greatness. But right now, she's at a crossroads. Because in the WNBA, potential isn't enough. Production is everything. And if the numbers don't improve, the conversation will only get louder. This isn't the end of Angel Reese's story. It might just be the beginning. But one thing is clear. The spotlight is brighter than ever. The expectations are higher than ever. And after what Stephen A. Smith said, there's no more hiding. Now, she has to respond. On the court,